Welcome back, ladies and gents. At the end of the last recording, which was a week ago, I had said that I'm just going to let the game run a little bit and let things normalize and stabilize and see what changes I need to make. And I did that. And what I wound up doing was adding more hemp farms because I was running out of hemp and running out of fabric, because between Gecko, who is my new weaponsmith, who now has weaponsmith up to 82, and Randy, my new armorsmith, who now has armorsmith up to 86, they were going through a lot of fabric. Additionally, I initially had one iron refinery, the manual iron refinery, but I was running out of iron plates, so I created 3 iron refinery number 2s. These only require one person to man them. The manual iron refinery took 3 people to man them, so I think the manual iron refinery said 75% max efficiency, and this one is 100%. And it only takes 1 person instead of 3 people. Then, of course, I increased the amount of people mining. This was the original spot we were mining iron ore from. I also have 3 here and 3 here, so we've got 3 different spots. And we got plenty. We're stocked fine on iron ore now. At the time, though, we were running out of iron plates because I built this steel refinery, and the steel refinery takes iron plates. So between the weaponsmith and the steel refinery, I was running out of iron plates. Now, I was having an issue last time building bows, and I couldn't get this queue to work properly. Well, I figured out what the problem is. I was having it build hinge, spring, steel, crossbow parts. The problem is, the only crossbow that I can build is a junk bow, and I'm used to building the Ranger. The Ranger is what I always use. And when I said I know it worked before, the problem is this bow doesn't use steel springs. It uses steel bars. That's why I built this steel refinery. And I mistakenly thought that it was the spring steels that it needed. So anyway, I've got this up and running. All it needs is the steel bars and the hinges. So I made a bunch of hinges. You can see here we've got 75 right there. And Logan, our Hot Longs, was making the hinges. And he's still got 6 on him because we don't have any room to put any more in here. And Logan, who's making the crossbow itself, now has crossbow skill of 77. And I also was able to get everybody, including all the new people, into at least specialist grade turtlenecks, but everybody up to Wish. So from Moo to Wish, they all have masterwork grade. And then from Randy to Jaglonger, they have specialist grade. And of course, Stone is a martial artist, so he still has a martial artist binding. And they had a random bunch of pants for armor. So what I did is I switched Randy from making the turtlenecks to making the samurai cloth pants. So from Joe, who has the masterwork grade samurai cloth pants, all the way to Swift. So Joe, Moo, Griffin, and Swift all have master grade, and everyone else has at least specialist grade, all the way down to Stone. No, I left Stone because of the +4 martial arts bonus on this armored rag skirt. But everybody to Jaglander has at least specialists, and Randy's still continuing to make stuff. He's making specialists. And what I have been doing is selling all the Also, okay, here we go. I swapped over Gecko. Everybody now has a Cadden #2 Guardless Katana, which is the best I can make. So everybody from Joe all the way to Jaglonger has the 90 cutting damage Guardless Katana. Stone, of course, doesn't have anything because martial artist. And I then switched Gecko over to making the combat cleaver because that's going to be my weapon of choice for things that are armored. And 86 is what we can make. So everybody has an 86, which is a Mark 1. Model Mark 1 is the best Gecko can make. So everyone has at least everyone has a combat cleaver of this .86. And I sold all the old ones. The 74s and the 49s and everything I had. And going through and selling everything, including this, like these specialist grades, I'll sell these. I've been having Tiny and Joe run back and forth and sell everything. You see here, he's full. And also the crossbows. What I did was the very first crossbows that Logan made, they're shoddy or a prototype. So I kept 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they do the least amount of damage, and those are going to be my training bows. This is what I'm going to give my 5 bowmen, so that they do a little bit of damage, and if they wind up hitting the other characters, it's not devastating damage. And then I kept, right now, Logan can make specialist bows, so I've got 5 specialist bows. I'm only going to have 5 crossbowmen. And the rest of these, I just don't have room to sell. And what I did to get real shoddy bows, let's make sure that they're 12 and 23, 12 and 24. All right, so this one is 12 and 23, and this one was 12 and 24. So let's swap that one down because I want the least amount. I had Logan I turned off this light so that when Logan was making bows in the dark, he had that penalty. But I've got enough low damage bows now. I'm going to go ahead and turn this light back on so that when it becomes nighttime, he doesn't have a penalty anymore. And right now, you can see I'm up to 320,000 cats, and that's just from selling the pants, the weapons, and the bows that I do not need. And in fact, Joe and Tiny is going to go on another trip right now. Who's fighting? What is that? Bone Dog? Okay, let's go get the leather from the Bone Dog. And as I was going and selling stuff, I would buy maps. There was 3 maps that I found that I didn't have yet, but I wanted to wait until I was recording before I actually read the maps. And I didn't buy them all 3 at once. I bought one at a time, and later another one, and then later I found another one. So I'm going to read them now. This says that it adds Lost Library. So let's see see where that's at. Okay, right there. And we've been to that area, so we need to go back there. Let's see. We might have found that already. I'm not certain. All right, let's look at the next one. This is another Lost Library. Where's it at? Down here also. I think we may have found these already. Not that one, because I haven't been there, but been down here. All right, let's look at this third one. This is the Ancient Lab, it says. Where is it located? Right there. Okay, well, we got 3 new markers on the map. And Joe and Tiny are going to run up to the way station. And sell. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to go try to find some more armor designs, because I want to get more. I've built everything that I can build now, and I just want better armor. So let's sell what we can here. This is all these things here are the old armor that I replaced the samurai cloth pants, the new upgraded ones with everybody. Actually, let me look at that again. I haven't even bought. I don't think he has any. No. I hadn't even bothered to. You can see I've sold a lot of stuff. We had one attack, one raid, if you will. It was just dust bandits. It was very minor, so I didn't even bother to stop and record that. Here's another. All right, I've already got that map. All right, Tiny, let's sell these last 2 items. Brings us up to 337, and let's head out. I'm sure we have more stuff to sell. But my goal here is I want to go. Let's see what these guys are fighting. Oh, it was a spider. Swift, really? Where is Swift? She got really beat the heck up. What attacked? All right, the spider wore her out, and then she was attacked by a bone dog, so she's definitely got to lie down. Who else needs to lie down? Swift. Batai is already lying down, but I want to make sure. Those are my farmers, and that's where the bone dog and the spider came in. So that's why they are the most damaged, most wounded. All right, we'll have these two. I think, did I not take them out of this? Yes, they're already here. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's see what else we got. I thought I turned this off, actually. Where is Gecko? Oh, Gecko's lying down. Gecko's skill is up to 83. All right. No. Lie back down. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, let me look at anyone that has a mechanical limb. Make sure it is. I think all the ones I have are either 125 or 150. And that does look like the case. Okay. Now, Tiny. I'm not exactly sure where all this comes from, because I don't think... I was pretty sure I had Gecko not making stuff because I was trying to conserve... Well, maybe at some point I did. I thought I was trying to conserve... It must have been, yeah, before I built the... Because I've had the game running, I don't know how long. Maybe 3 or 4 hours. You'll have to look at the last video to see what day I was on and what day I started here. But it's been a while. I've just been sitting here letting things go. All right, guys. Are you good to go now? Yep, come on down here. Wish and Gecko. Logan. All right. At any rate, sometimes I have so much to sell that I have to go. Also, I'm not sure about why all that stuff is there. I'm gonna leave it there for now. But the only thing I'm gonna keep now would be masterwork. Let's come over here. Try to get some of these out of here. What was that? Shoddy 12 and 24. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there's anything above specialist, I'll keep it, but I don't need. I only need 5, as I said. And I really want to get a ranger. That's what I don't want to do that. What am I doing? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the shoddy ones, or prototype. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. In fact, I wonder if I can do this. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can make room in here and I don't accidentally sell those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There we go. Now I won't accidentally sell the ones that I don't want to sell. All right. Tiny still got a little room left on him. Let's come back over here. I want to make sure that I don't know. I want to be positive. Yeah, everybody's got this combat cleaver of 86. Except, well, Gecko's the one making them. Let me take one for Gecko, because Gecko puts it up is what happens. So I'm going to move Gecko's to Ferdinand so that he doesn't put it up and I don't accidentally sell it. I thought I might have had... Oh, there. I put one there for him. That's what I did. Okay, let's give that one back to Tiny to sell. And then Tiny will take all of these. There's nothing there above 86. We got room for that one. Okay, and we'll make another run. But this time we're gonna go to Squin. Much more people to sell in Squin. More merchants, of course. Gecko, you're up to 83 on the weaponsmith. And what is going on with Randy? Where's Randy? Randy. All right, these guys, you don't need to be here, Randy. Come back down here. I'm guessing since you're not crafting armor, let's check and see. Can you go inside so I can see what's going on in there? All right, you're out of leather, which is really not the case. So let's make... Yeah, your leather armor crafting. What is going on here? Let me drop that. Click on that. Leather tanning bench. For some reason, he didn't have leather tanning bench. Probably I stopped him. I meant to stop this to save armor or fabrics maybe when I was running out, and I clicked the wrong job would be my guess. Let's go look at these guys. All right, let's go in here. And I'm actually going to slow down time because I want to make sure I'm able to hit all of these before they close. Also, I remember now, I came here, see, like, here's something I can buy. I came here earlier, and there was one of those trader's backpacks, the ones with the sunshade on the top, so I did buy one of those, and I think I gave it to one of the new guys. I don't remember who it is, though. And I think I bought some more of these also, but at any rate, let's sell this stuff. I'm just going to buy all of these. That'll put some more money in his pocket. Not enough, but it's okay. We'll come down here. We'll go to the general store. And we'll sell this stuff. There's nothing here I want to buy. All right. So now we're at 367. Cats. Let's look at this while I'm thinking about it. Tech Hunter Library, it says. Let's see what it added. Way up there in the top. Okay, it looks like that. Kind of like an island in the middle of that, or... Really looks like a volcano, but you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get outside Squin. We'll put it back on fast speed and have these guys run back down there. All right, heading back to the outpost. I think what I have now is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hemp farms now. Whereas before I only had 3, so I added 2 hemp farms. And I added, I'm pretty sure I added 2 more cactus farms also. These 2 are new. So each character is handling 9 farms. Wish has 9, and Gecko has, not Gecko. Batai has 9. And there's some overlap. I intentionally overlap some of them because Wish is running this thing here to make turn the hemp into fabrics. But I also put Wish on the hemp farms just to try to get Wish some farming skill. And Wish is only up to 19 now because Wish is a... Oh, who are my runners fighting? Who is this? Oh, they're already back here. Wow, that was fast. Okay. All right, Joe, as soon as you're done okay, you're foraging animals. That's good. 4, 5. You got them all. Okay. I don't think we have any room. Nope. How about in here? Yeah, we can put a couple in here. Put 4 in there. As Randy's filling up the leather again. All right, let's see who got wounded there. Especially when it's limbs. I don't want to take any chances with limbs. I've had quite a few bone dog attacks, and they've been 5 to 7 packs of 5 to 7 bone dogs. And they have done some damage. But so far, no one's dead. All right, Moo, you're good. Griffin, you're good, but you got 1 down on your limb. So let's go charge that back up to 125. Stone, you're good. You can get up. Jaglunger, he was really beat up. Look at him. We'll let him go. I don't think... I guess I was going to let Gecko run to try to get to 90 or close to 90 as possible. But I was going to just keep going, and then till they got to 90, but then I decided that could take forever. And I need to upload this video today so that it'll be ready for tomorrow. So I said, let me just start the recording. We are full on iron, full on steel bars, full on iron plates, and full on building material. I don't even have anybody working the building material because I don't need any. I'm not building anything. That's why I want to go get some more. I need to do, there's only one thing that I can research now that is, I'm either going to research the automatic loom for hemp, which really just takes the one person right now to do that. It's not that big of a deal. Or I considered the iron plates 4. But I honestly couldn't remember. I think it tells you here, it gives you a new building, the Iron Refinery 3. And this building is 100% efficient. I think the iron refinery, this is a 2. I think the iron refinery 3 might be 125% efficiency, is what I'm thinking. Because the manual was 75. Well, you know what? I can just look. Hang on just a second. Joe, you can get up, and Hot Longs can get up, and Jag Longer, you'll be just a little bit longer. All right, let's just look at this. The mining, iron refinery. Okay, so the manual iron refinery is 75% efficient. The iron refinery is 90% efficient. The iron refinery 2 is 100%. So I guess it'd either be 105 or 110. I guess the number 3 would be 105 or 110. I just don't remember. Like I said, it's been, before I started this again, it's been a couple of years since I'd played. Let's see if we've got any. Nope. Randy's still making. I knew that, and yet I forgot. Also, I think they're on Ferdinand. There's just one. Can you go? There you go. Now, I think Joe. Nope, he's already ditched him. But he does have this food, so let's put the food in here. Oh, that's why he didn't do that. It's already full. He'll put raw meat in there when he's on jobs. Any character will, but they won't take the out once it's cooked. All right. Food is looking good. We've had a lot of, as I said, I've had a lot of bone dogs come through. That's where all this meat has come from. Oh, he already put that up. Good. And this should be full also. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 pieces of meat, though. Let me turn his jobs off. I don't want him to throw that meat back in there. I want him to put it in the fire. There we go. Now I can turn his jobs back on. Yeah, so food is full, even though it's mostly a meat and not what we've made with the dust switches. So food has not been an issue in the slightest. Yeah, 86 is just the best it looks like. There's a specialist. Yeah, I'm selling everything. The next highest. All right. Tiny, you're empty. We're going to put some food on Tiny. Just put all this meat. Okay. And we're going to put everybody back in one squad. You guys can get up now. And select everybody by pressing the tilde key and turn off jobs, and then have everybody come here. Now, let's make sure no one is carrying anything that I don't want them to be carrying with them, like this iron ore. We just drop it. And I want all my original characters to be using... They're probably all up 30 or higher with katanas, so now I want them to work up their combat cleaver. So that's why I've got all of these guys with the combat cleaver. I don't think... We're going to drop that on Tiny for now. But I want the new guys to have Sonia, I want you to be using this. Okay, Moon is a new person. So I want the new guys to use the katana to get their dexterity up. So they should all be equipped with a katana, of course, with the exception of Stone, who is the martial artist. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody is carrying anything that I don't want them to carry. Gecko, you've got a 74. Oh, because you're the smith. Let's run over here. I can't see. I think it's this. Let's get that one I stuck over here for you. And we'll drop that right there. Hot longs. Okay, everybody's got what I want them to have. They're not carrying anything. So what I want to do is I want to head back up. I remember going into World's End, and there was a bow shop there, a crossbow shop. So I want to see if I can get the ranger. Everybody at the same speed. Gecko, that includes you, buddy. Why are you not being included? Come on. You're not carrying anything, are you? No, what are you doing? Oh, food. Now this is going to be very problematic. Let me look at the map while it's paused because I don't want my guys running off. I want to go to World's End, but to get these guys through here, okay, I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna go first to this way station, or at least as close as we can get, and let's see where we wind up. Because I don't want to try to walk directly through. Two big issues. I've got a lot of Shek in my party, and I've got 4 or 5 characters that have prosthetic limbs, and I don't want to get in a fight right now with the Holy Nation, particularly with my new people. Although, let me think about this for a moment. That's the only Scorchlander I have. You know what? I'm going to head back. I want to get my crossbows. Because we may be able to get some crossbow training. That's probably bandits right there. We'll use this opportunity also to train in crossbows. I just don't know which 5 I want to be crossbowmen. That's what my dilemma was there for a moment. I don't necessarily want it to be Shek, but I do want it to be. I'm going to make Gecko a crossbowman. You know what? Never mind. It's not going to work because I don't have. I did not make bolts. I've only got a very tiny amount of bolts. Maybe just 2 stacks, and for 5 people that won't last very long. So I'll worry about it later. We got something right here. Oh, Garu. Let's see what these are. These are hungry bandits. Well, I'm not going to pass up a fight. But what I will do... Nope. We'll just let them fight. Oh, they looked like they wanted to attack, but... Okay, there they go. I knew that wouldn't last long, so that's why I didn't even bother to... Let's continue on to here. If we can get there. See how this all pans out. Is this a different group? Yes, it is. All right, everybody should be healed. Let's press on. Wanted to make sure I had my sleeping bags. Gambling, hookers, and bar fights. Hell, the swamps are a fun place to be. The swamplands are filled only with hedonistic sinners and bandits. Surely there's nothing for us here. There's plenty for us here. How about gambling, hookers, and bar fights? Loosen up, Ochre Knight. Hell, the swamps are a fun place to be when you're not getting shanked by angry gangsters. Griffin, sounds delightful. Griffin used to be the paladin, the Holy Nation paladin. That's his backstory. Cannot see very far. Just want to make sure I had everybody here. One way to tell if you have everybody, if you can't see very well, is just highlight the group, and if everybody here is highlighted, you have everybody. Sometimes I'll do that and find out I'm missing someone who got stuck on a rock or some such back behind us. Oh, look at this. Bandits. You know what, we're gonna go for it. There's a lot here. Although, you know my philosophy about these guys. I'm not gonna let them stand back and shoot at us with those bows. Joe, go help Sonya with that bow. I'm not gonna have them stand back and shoot at us unmolested. Not gonna happen. All right. And I don't like this guy moving around like that, so let's take him out. With your combat cleaver. 57 damage, very good. Kane, 34, -8. I think that what that means is he hit him maybe in the helmet, and some piece of armor of that bandit was blocked. Eight points of damage was blocked. That's what I think. All right, Maggie, where's Maggie at? Maggie got hit in the head big time. What do you got on your head, Maggie? Just a bandana. Okay. That's what I need. I also need to buy a helmet of some sort. I'm talking about a blueprint for it. You guys done? Okay. This is what we're going to do. Joe, pick up Maggie. Place her in that bed. These are beds. They're already laid down. Who else really needs it? That arm on Swift. I think that... Oh, Moon, lie down. You lie down. Escaped Servant, lie down. You also lie down. Wish got hit in the stomach pretty hard. Randy, lie down. Gecko, I'm worried about that leg. You lie down. Hot Lungs, lie down. They're running away. Logan. You come over here. You come over here. And you come over here. All right, that's everybody I think that needs to lie down. These guys, their toughness is higher, so they'll heal a little faster. But these new guys, I think, really need to... Let's turn it on fast forward. No, I don't want to do that. I was going to set up sleeping bag, but nah, it's all right. This shouldn't take too awful long. So they're not too proficient with the hacker. He's only at 25 with the hacker. Moo's at 20. Griffin is at 34 because he was a former paladin and he had pretty decent range of skills. Swift is only 14. Batai's at 14. 18 for Ruka. 21 for Kang. 24 for Sonya. And, of course, these guys are just getting their katana skills up. So Moon's at 9. Escape Servant is at 17. Number 2 is at 16. Maggie's at 5. Number 3 is at 15. 7, 5, 5, 3. Logan, Jaglonger, and Stone, his martial arts is only 6. But he's going to get better. He's just very slow to attack right now, so he's not getting a lot of practice. Yeah, these guys are healing quickly enough. All right, you're good to go. You can stand up wherever you are. Which means I'll just have Batai lie right there. Maggie's going to be the one that we're going to have to wait for a bit on. Where are you at? Gecko. Let's have Swift lie down. That's an arm wound. I don't want to take too many chances with that. Logan, you can get up. Jaglonger. I don't think there's anyone else that needs to lie down. Nope. All right, so we'll just wait on Swift, I think. At 72. No, Maggie, that head injury. Let's see if I can check these. Where is Escape Servant? Get up. All right, this thing is ×4, healing ×4, which I think is the same as the sleeping bags. Let me grab one and place one down. I'm pretty sure it is also 4 times healing rate. It is ×4. Yep, so it's just as good using these that are already down and not having to put some down. All right, Maggie, hurry up. We got places to be. Yeah, head wound. I really don't want to. I really wouldn't want to start moving again until her head was at least 80% healed. But that seems like a long wait. Because I've now been playing this a good part of the day. But I don't even know what time is it. Let me see. It's 1300. So it's 1 p.m., just 1 hour afternoon. I think I started this. I don't really remember. I want to say that it wasn't even light out yet. Because I just haven't gone to bed yet. I didn't go to bed last night. I've been awake all night. So I'm not sure when I started this. I was doing something else. I was playing Bannerlord. That's what I was doing. And then watching some YouTube videos. And playing some X4. Oh, where'd that bone dog go? Did you see him? He walked up to here and then turned around and ran away. Which is highly unusual. Oh. That's not my alarm. That's not my timer. That's an alarm that I have set for 1 o'clock. I got about 15 minutes left. Maggie, how's that head doing? Come on. I'd like to be able to make it, at least make it. I don't know if we make it to World's End, though. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, World's End. They would sell. There is a crossbow shop there, and they would sell the blueprint, wouldn't they? I think I'm pretty sure that's where I bought the junk bow blueprint. I don't think I've been anywhere else that has blueprints. I think it was World's End. So that's where we're going to head to and check. That's here. And if there's... Maybe we'll... I don't know if we've already... It doesn't say anything. I know this is new because we just... That was that map. I used to think... I thought that when you hovered the mouse over it, it would say something. Oh, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Everybody up. Dust bandits. In the dust. I almost missed them in the dust. And they almost missed me. Alright, get everybody healed. Let's look at Maggie. Maggie, you did not get another head wound. I still want you to lie down, though. Somebody's missing a limb. You see that limb right there? Severed human leg. It wasn't my guys. Who really needs to lie down now? Oh, Moon, definitely. We'll get you down. Let's see if there's anybody worse than you. Yep, hot lungs. And that's it. We'll have you lie down, but it's not critical. But if we got an open bed, so we'll put you down. My main fighters, of course, I want to have them in good condition. Yep, there's another group. Oh, these are slave miners. Okay, so they're not coming for me. They're coming for the guys that are downed. They're going to enslave these guys. I almost attacked it. That's probably why. That's why that bone dog didn't attack earlier. That was probably a slave monger bone dog. So they're enslaving the downed dust bandits, which is okay with me. Speaking of dust bandits, no, those are hungry bandits. They're going to be slaves now also. I think they'll pick them up. We'll see. Will they? Yeah, there they go. They're enslaving him. Welcome to slavery. That's why your characters don't want to be unconscious on the ground and unattended. Because these guys will just come up and snatch you. You know what? Let's put you down. I want to get everybody healed so we can get out of here. It was unfortunate that we were jumped by that big group of bandits, so. Maggie, healed. All right. Hot Longs, just gonna wait a little bit longer for Hot Longs. He's got an arm injury. He's at 102. He's only got to go to 125 or so. Wait a minute. Who's that? Oh, that's a slave. I was gonna say, who's that standing there? Because his arm is hurt. That's why he's holding it across his chest. But that's one of the slaves. For a moment there, I thought Hot Longs had jumped up because he's got his right arm damaged, wounded. You're mine now, chump. Say chump or chum? Chumbo. You're mine now, chumbo. Oh, here we go. Bandits again. I'm not worried about the starving bandits. They're not really going to do any damage. All right, I think that's everybody. Yep, we're going to move now. Let's select everybody and be on our way. Let's go here. Press on. Right leg. It's only 115. Should be all right. Ruka's tough. She survived that massacre. All right, Ferdinand and Tiny went far left, and there's somebody keying on. Oh, it's a group. Okay. You guys come back down here, please. Come on. Now, let's teach them the error of their ways. Do not try to slaughter my animals. Tiny, look at Tiny, man. He was really... Both of them, Tiny and Ferdinand, were really wounded. All right, they've been patched up. And animals cannot lose limbs, so I'm not concerned about them. I'm going to press on. It's just not, for lack of a better word, it's just not in the code of the game. Animals cannot lose limbs. They're very slow, though, when they're damaged like this. There's no way in the world he's doing 28. That's got to be incorrect. Because they're the only ones damaged, wounded in the legs. All right. Let's go right over there. Now who are we fighting? More hungry bandits? That's fine. There's beds in that way station if I need to use them that'll heal these guys much faster. Want to go back through, I forget what it's called, this area here, to try to go around and go right through here so I don't have to spend a lot of time in Holy Nation land. Let me look at everybody here. So far, I'm not seeing anyone who I'm really concerned about. Well, Gecko. All right, let's go up here. I don't want Gecko to lose a limb. Gecko is my weaponsmith. So let's have Gecko rent this bed right here. These beds are, I believe they're 8 times faster. Yep, 8 times. So they're double what my sleeping bags could do. Is there anyone else that, while we're here, that really could use this? That's not too bad. Gecko. All right, hot longs. Let's have you come up here also. 200 cats is not bad. I think that's going to be it. Gecko and cat, or Gecko and hot longs. Welcome, customer. While we're here, let's see. Nope, don't have anything to sell. Let's see what he's got to sell. Nope, no maps. I thought he might have some maps, but he has none. And I want to see. Yep, I've got plenty of those. All right, thank you very much. How you doing, Hot Lungs and Gecko? Both healed? All right. Press the tilde key, select everybody. Get them out here, right down here. This is Hunter something. I can't remember what this area is called. Let me just click right here and have everybody go there. Is it Hunters? My name would be Hunters. It's something to that effect. Makes me think of hunting, Hunters. It'll tell me as soon as I cross over here and actually enter the area what the name of this is. Skinner's Rome. There we go. I knew it had something to do with hunting. And I think Skinner, you know, like skinning animals, as opposed to someone just named Skinner. All right, we're just going to press on straight through here. Right through there. Give this area, whatever this is, a holy mine, a wide berth. And I'm going to skirt right around here. I don't want to go down through Holy Nation land at all. Well, I'm going to have to eventually. But my goal is to minimize the time that I spend in Holy Nation land, because the Shek and the robotic limbs is just going to cause issues. And I know that this group cannot take a Holy Nation patrol. I just know they cannot. There's not even a question about it. Because those paladins are what, 70s and 80s in their skills? Have I seen that before? What is that? No, I haven't. Holy Mine Ruin. Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay, so here's a Holy Mine Ruin. Is there anything... I'm pressing the Alt key to see what's... There's nothing here but that book, and I'm pretty sure that's just a regular book, but I'm going to go look anyway. Yep, it's just a regular book. Okay, come on back, Joe. Make sure I've got everybody. I do. And let's... I was going to try to thread the needle here, so let's give that... Let's see how this works out. Also, I'm going to save game. I can't see anything through here. There we go. Always think, when I see these, I always think that's the old rusting hull of a ship. These are ship hulls when this at one time was an ocean. I don't know what that group is over there. As long as I stay over there, I'm okay. It's got to be bandits out here. Try to go over this way. There's another mine right there. It's another ruin, though, it says. So I want to come... That's ruin? Looks pretty intact. I want to come close enough to be able to press. There we go. Let me pause for a minute, because that looks pretty intact. I guess you could go in there and take it over if you were so inclined. Wouldn't take much because the walls are still intact. All you'd have to do is repair the gate, and then you'd have yourself a mine there. I don't think you can use the equipment. You'd probably have to build your own equipment. That's just my guess. I've never tried to do that. But we're going to follow this road to the best of our ability. Let me just click right there. Oh, is that Narcos Trap? Yep. Don't want to deal with that. Definitely do not want to deal with that. Is our old... Did I tear down? No, it's still there. Okay, fair enough. I couldn't remember if I'd ever gone there and tore down my original outpost. My first outpost. When we were good Holy Nation citizens, just trying to make a life for ourselves on a little farm. Oh, there's the actual timer. All right, well, I'd hoped I'd at least be able to make it. Okay, Okran's Pride is problematic. So from here on out, It's going to be very problematic. Because I have a large group here. We're not going to be able to run away, so I've got to pay close attention to my surroundings. Because they... Ooh. I kind of... Let me see what... 30. Oh, yeah, he's got that leg that gives him... +7 athletics. What is my slowest run speed? 20. Ruka. She's always slow. The Shek. 19 for Moon. Yeah, she's a newbie. 16 for Wish. 13 for Randy. I don't know what's giving him the -5 or -4. No, it is 5. -5. Encumbrance. How is his strength must be 2. Where's strength? 6. Yeah, his strength is almost nothing. So his run speed is only 13. Wow. I did not realize that. Okay, poor Randy, Gecko are both only 13. That is very, very slow. All right, well, I'm going to save the game here. And then at the beginning of the next one, I'm going to see if I can thread the needle past these holy farms and the roving patrols that I already know are up here in this area and get to World's End. See you then. Adios.